North Korean singer Hyun Song-wol, an ex-girlfriend of leader Kim Jong-un, has reportedly been executed by a firing squad for allegedly appearing in a sex tape and possessing a Bible, which is a political crime in North Korea.
Well, here's one more thing to stay away from North Korea. Don't even think of vacationing there, because if you may be carrying something in particular, you might just end up in front of a firing squad. But before we start, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share. Once again, thank you for those who have subscribed to us. On YouTube, we're over 630. We're trying to get to 700. We do really appreciate that. If you are over on our BitChute, we're trying to get to 200. Rumble and Odyssey, we're just trying to move up on the ranks on there as well. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet, and hit the flame, hit the like, and share these videos, because we do discuss things that are not generally discussed on other social media content creators. We tend to try to be as original as possible. Some things we do, that are the same, and other things that, very rare that you hear, especially this story right here. From the Daily Mail: executed for watching porn, Kim Jong-un's new secret squad will shoot anyone viewing sex videos and clamp down on foreign influences such as haircuts and birthday parties. Woo! My God. Kim Jong-un's new secret squads will execute anyone viewing porn under the new North Korean dictator's effort to clamp down on foreign influences. Enforcers are working to stamp out foreign television, haircuts, even birthday parties. Oh, party pooper here. According to the testimony from a defector, including in a new report, the squads are known as Gruppa, or non-socialist groups, are tasked by Pyongyang to pursue violations of the Communist Party's official ideology. The groups operate as a hidden tool which is used by the government to achieve their ultimate objectives of ubiquitously surveillance and the ability to thoroughly oversee each and every resident, the report says. Foreign media, particularly anything to be deemed Western, is strictly prohibited in North Korea, which brainwashes its population to unquestionably support Kim Jong-un and his ruling regime. Any dissident is severely punished. The dictator views South Korea as an American puppet state and is highly sensitive to any of its media crossing the border from China, fearing that the influence it may have. For some time now, any sign that someone has been consuming media from the South has resulted in brutal consequences. Now, according to the report by the Database Center of North Korea Human Rights, based in Seoul, Kim is tightening his grip even more with the Gruppa. Citizens are being prosecuted for anything from defection, drug dealing, smuggling, and begging, to be absent from work, traffic offenses, adultery, dyeing one's hair, religious practices, and taking part in a decadent culture, which can include parties. Once again, party pooper. It's worse than Kim Jong's era. One testimony quoted in the report said, the border has become tighter, more barbed wire fences have been installed. Also, there were instructions to directly fire at any person crossing the border. I've heard people being shot for distributing impure cultural contents. There was one person who was executed for watching pornography and prostituting at his place after Kim Jong-un took office. First, they check how you dress, then the type of music you listen to, what videos you watch. Whenever you dye your hair, you can't not have a birthday party as a group, the defector said, according to the report. Thus, they saying not to have gatherings to drink alcohol, because when people are drunk, they'll end up singing one or two South Korean songs for sure. The report said that the secret informants are becoming increasingly preoccupied with the smuggling and distribution of South Korea media. Outlaw songs, movies, television shows such as Squid Games or Crash Landing on You are sometimes smuggled into the country on USB flash drives. One of the methods used by non-socialist groups is to cut off the power to the homes of people suspected of watching banned media, therefore preventing them from removing DVDs of videotapes from the pair, hiding their guilt. Punishments range from demolition work at work, being fired, or is sent to a re-education or labor camp. In most extreme cases, as such being found to have been watching pornography, people could be executed by firing squad. If you consume the sexual media in North Korea, you're either punished with a lifetime term of reform through labor or even executed by firing squad. Watching typical South Korean or American material will lead to a sentence of fewer than 10 years of reform through labor, according to another's defector's testimony. Earlier this month, it was reported that 4 students were expelled from the university and forced to work in a coal mine because they sounded off. They're watching too much foreign TV by using accents or phrases from the South. It is believed that the students likely picked it up the way of speaking through watching media outlawed by the ruling party. In December 2020, North Korea brought in the Rejection of Reactionary Thought and Culture Act, which punishes citizens with up to 2 years of hard labor for those who are caught speaking, writing, or singing in a South Korean style. The tough punishment of hard labor could be up to 15 years, while residents who are caught distributing foreign media content faces the death penalty. It was under this law that 2 teenagers were executed in October for selling USB drives containing the South Korean TV shows or films. They were killed by firing squad. The pair, both boys, thought to be aged between 16 and 17, were shot in an airfield in front of terrified locals in the city of Hysan on the border with China. The news of their deaths only emerged 2 months later in December. A third boy of the same age, executed along them for murdering his stepmother, with locals told crimes were equally evil as media distribution. See, now, this is what we tell you. This is what the worst case scenario can happen when you have people looking to censor product. When we tell you, when you have people attacking the porn industry, when we have people say they're attacking the anime industry or the manga industry, or even just regular action films, romance films, different books, novels, and stuff like that. This is what we're talking about, is the worst case scenario that can happen. And you say, well, that can't happen here. But the thing about it is, there are people out there on both sides of the aisle in this country that are trying to do this. When you hear that they want to change obscenity laws to correspond to basically call things, they said, oh, we want it, we want to redefine hate speech and make sure white people are charged with hate speech and all that, just for thinking of it. We heard that story already from Texas, that you have one politician thinking of that, another politician wanting to remove the Miller's test, which would be dangerous, because they said, well, we have to redefine the obscenity so we could ban the porn and all that. But removing the Miller's test would take us back to prior to the 1970s, and that would mean anyone can charge somebody in any state for obscenity, including comedians, movies, TV series, and stuff like that, or anyone just thinking or talking on a street corner, they could be charged with obscenity. We don't want to go back to that. We really don't want to go back. And you can see that the extreme over here, where Kim Jong-un is killing people just for watching things. This is a dictatorship that is beyond dictatorships. When people tell you, socialism is great and all that, and we should revert to a socialist, communist, this is what you got to look at. This is what it was. Well, no, that's just one type and all that. It's all the same. It's all the same. It's just every couple of decades or so, you try to change the name. Like they call it. At one point, they were saying social democrats, socialist democrats. But it's still the same shit that they're putting out constantly. And I haven't left out the right either. No. Before you comment below and you say like, oh no, but what about the right? Yeah, some of the stuff is coming from the right as well. You got the, what they call it, the radical religious right out there. I'm Catholic. I'm Catholic, and let me tell you, some of the stuff that's gone on through Christianity and stuff like that, some of the people out there, yeah, it is a danger. And then you have other religions like the Mormons and a couple of others that are also trying to do the same thing as well, because they say, well, we're protecting our patrons of our religion. Now I understand Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints doesn't that they're against polygamy, but some of their people do live as polygamists. That they still do believe in that. And don't blame the porn on that, because that's been going on for many years on that. And this is also a testament to other countries. When you're traveling overseas, be careful what is in your phone, what is in your laptop, what pictures you have in there, because depending on where you go, what's on there could be a danger, especially if you're abroad and a friend of yours says, hey, listen, do you still have that picture? And you try to send it, you get caught sending it because some of these places are monitoring it. Like in the UK has the biggest monitoring of social media in the world. You got to be careful what you do. And you see a lot of times they're knocking on people's doors over in New Zealand, the UK. They say, well, we don't like what you said on social media. Or basically you're standing on the corner praying and they say, what are you doing? Well, I'm praying. So you can't pray here. This is the dangers that are constantly happening. And you have to understand that this must be stopped. People like Kim Jong-un and many others, they need to go away. Really, truly. They need to be deposed. They need to be shown for what they are. Megalomaniacs that they are. They're going to say, well, we're protecting the people. No, you're not. Because I guarantee you that, you probably have some of this stuff in your own home. It's the same thing with the guys at the World Economic Forum. A lot of them saying that we got to get rid of the prostitutes. We have to get rid of the prostitutes. Meanwhile, you had a shitload of prostitutes there that were flown in for them. Just for them. Rules for thee, not for me. This is their thoughts. They want to control what you watch, because they want to put a hole in it. They want to control what you eat, what you sleep, where you sleep, where you go, where you travel, what's in your home, how you're cooking your food, what's on your plate. These are the things. The people saying that basically that they were touted to be insane, that this is not going to happen. It's happening. It's happening right in front of your eyes, and people have to wake up and understand this. So comment below. Give me your thoughts about this. I know I do have people in the Asian theater there, in Japan, and in Thailand, and a couple other places that do comment on my lines. Let me know your thoughts on this. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you for tuning in, and bye-bye now.